Alright, so it's been at least 2 weeks, I think going on 3. I'm gonna give you an update of what's going on. I ripped up some plants. There was a sweet banana, got rid of it. It just wasn't producing, wasn't getting up to height. I have my 2 Anaheims here that are producing great. There's I've harvested some fruits. I'll show you in the garage in the deep freezer. So it's been definitely putting out some nice fruits. Both of them have. This is, I forget what this is. I think it's my gypsy. Let me go around to the front. I have my tag in the front so I can see it. This is my gypsy. It's actually producing fairly well. The plant is small, but it's putting out nice little peppers like this. I've been munching on them. It's all right. It's not what I thought it would be. It's not as sweet as I thought they would be. So it could be because I'm doing something wrong. I don't know. This is my ananas noir, and it has been producing famously. It has been great, actually. Very low maintenance. I'm surprised at how much it's put out because I haven't really managed the suckers. As you can see, it's mangy. It's not exactly the prettiest looking plant ever. I've got 4 stakes going on for it, but it's produced probably about 12 really nice tomatoes. I did a video on it. Very nice, very nice tomato. Very low acidity. So I really enjoyed it. So anyway, there's that. Let's go over here. And last time I didn't show you my cucumbers. This time I will. There was a cucumber here. I forget the name of it, but I took the plant out because I thought I wasn't producing. And after I did, I noticed all this side growth over here just die off. So it was growing to the side instead of to the back or to this side. It was growing to the left, and I just didn't realize it. And so I lost a little bit of leafage. I didn't lose any cucumbers though, so I take that back. I did lose one. But so anyway, there's another cucumber plant in here. I forget what it's called, but it's produced well. I've had more cucumbers than I know what to do with this summer, so I'm not even worried about it. This is my ahi panca. It has produced absolutely horribly. It has produced 1 pepper, and a brown little pepper that has come to fruit. It's flowered. It's dropped flowers. I've tried giving vitamins and stuff like that, and it's just, or not vitamins. I've tried giving it, like fertilizer, and it just flowers, and that's all it does. It doesn't really fruit. So I'm a little surprised, but at the same time I'm not surprised because I started this plant indoors last June, and I let it grow to full size, and then I cut it back, and then I brought it outside, and I was letting it grow again, and then I put it out. It wasn't a bucket, and then I put it in this bed and trimmed it down again. So there's some peppers on here that are starting to form, but it's just not produced the way that I thought it would, and I just think it's because I've kind of beat it up over the last year. So a lot of these are my experiments, which is why they fail. It's just because I'm experimenting. I'm having fun. Gardening isn't supposed to be all serious unless you're growing it to sustain yourself. But I grow it as a hobby. These are my other 2 cucumbers. I forget what they are because it doesn't necessarily matter to me. One of them is the straight 8, and then one of them is the Regal, or at least I think it's the Regal. But anyway, they're growing absolutely phenomenal. I have no complaint about cucumbers this year. One of them, I'm trying to think what it is. It'll take me a little bit to remember what it is. One of them I enjoy more than the other. This is Rapunzel. Rapunzel has finally started to fruit for me, and I've actually realized what's happening. Okay, it's nothing that I'm doing wrong. What's happening is I have millions of squirrels in my trees, and I've come to find I have a family of deer that live in my yard somewhere. The fire department that's right there told us that we have deer that live in our yard. So that's actually why I'm finding fruit. Like I was talking about how I had a cucumber plant that where my cucumbers were eaten, and I could see the gnaw marks. Well, that's what's happening. What's happening is it's deer. It's deer that's eating my fruit, which is why I'm not getting as much fruit. So it's nothing that I'm doing wrong. It's just I'm feeding nature. So, oh, look at this guy right here. Look at that guy. That's an orb weaver. See if I can get it to. It's the backside of an orb weaver. He sees me. He raises his 2 front legs. He's angry. That's all right. He'll live. he can chill in the garden, keep bugs down. So anyway, he's been there. I noticed him about a week ago, and I've just been leaving him alone. So I harvest from the other side. Not that I'm afraid of spiders, but yeah, you know, nature is nature. So, but anyway, Rapunzel finally started to put out some fruits that I can pick at, and it's actually very, very good. It's a very, very good tomato. Very sweet, very smooth, and I really like it. I really like it. So I found out it's nothing that I'm necessarily doing wrong. It's just that it's nature. Squirrels are coming down. I caught them in the act. There's deer. I haven't caught them in the act, but I came out about a week ago, and there was a deer that was in my front yard, and I was just staring right at him, and so that's actually what's going on. Is that I just have deer that's eating up my garden, deer and squirrels. So that actually makes me feel better, because I don't mind feeding nature. I forget what's on this steak. There's a pepper that's on this steak. If you could see it, it's back here. I just pulled it off. It was a tad early. It was an accident. I didn't mean to actually pull it off. But oh well, I'll take it inside. So it's produced okay. I've gotten like 4 peppers off of it so far. I'm probably going to tear it up. I don't think there's any more on it. I was waiting for that one to turn red. So that plant's probably going to go. And then I forget what's right here. But this one's doing okay. It's putting out little. Oh, my poblano. It's my poblano. It's putting out itty bitty little peppers, and they're not growing fast enough or big enough because I come out here and I gnaw on them. I eat them. I got one changing colors down there. So it's actually doing well. I had another pepper that was here. I think it was my giant jalapeno or something like that. I ripped it out. It just wasn't doing well. This is my Amish paste, and despite its absolute ugliness, this thing is producing like mad. You can see it now, since all the leafage is dying, which is not blight. It is not blight. So before you comment and tell me I have blight, it is not blight. It's actually a natural die-off. But you can see all the tomatoes down there. There's so many of them. I've got like 2 bags in the freezer. I'll show you my freezer too. This thing is it's produced a lot. It's the reason it's dying back. Well, first of all, there's natural dieback, and then I also came through here and I trimmed, and as you can see, like this is part of where I broke it off, and it's just caused it to die. So there's a whole good portion of this, probably two good stems worth that broke. One of them broke, and then I removed another, and I was just cleaning it up. So This is just natural die-off. This is not blight. So anyway, moving on. This is my Tully Gourmet Jigsaw. It's growing slow, but it's not like I'm tending to them either. This is another one. Got a flower on there. You can go ahead and pick it. So yeah, it looks good. I mean, the plants look great. Look at all the green on it. It's not, there's no disease, there's no crinkling, there's nothing. This is my ahi lemon drop, putting out little flowers. I need to go ahead and pick them since I'm standing here. I don't come out to my garden very often anymore. Forget what this is. Yellow Moruga Scorpion. It's small. And then I forget what this one is. Oh, this has actually got peppers on it. This is my ahi lemon drop. It actually has peppers on it. I didn't even notice that until just now. I thought that was a leaf. This plant just about died. Taste it. Curious. Tad bit of heat to that. Anyway, that plant had practically died, so I'm not surprised that it looks like that in the least. And this is my bean plant that should start putting out beans soon. I haven't seen any beans on it. I see flowers everywhere. I mean, I got rid of the beetles that were eating it. I was just spraying with neem oil, and I just kept at it, and I was having to hand pick them too. So I was coming out here every day for at least 5 minutes, and I was spraying this plant with neem oil like every other day, and neem oil and dish soap, and hand picking them too. So I finally got rid of them. But yeah, very green. So yeah, so that's that. Then moving over here, we have my San Marzano. Now San Marzano, again, there's natural die-off here. This is all natural. I didn't trim this at all. A San Marzano is supposed to get to be about a 4-ounce little tomato, and this is putting out tomatoes that are this big, about the size of a thumb. If you see that, about the size of a thumb, and they're ripening at that size. Very, very good tasting tomato. They're just not getting as big, and I know it's because I'm not trimming the suckers. It's because I didn't trim the suckers. I just let it get all moppy and gnarly looking, and that's what has caused this plant to look this way and grow these kinds of tomatoes. But the tomatoes themselves, even though they're on the smaller side, are very good. It's just basically like the equivalent of an oversized cherry tomato, but it's very good. So anyway, if you want your San Marzanos to get bigger in the thumb, just trim the suckers as they grow. Anyway, this is my orange hob. This is produced really well. I've already made powder out of it. I've got a gallon bag of this in the freezer. Again, I'll show you my freezer. Actually, I think the bag is about half full. There was my Thai pepper back there. That guy is gone. And it's just producing little peppers. I just didn't want to mess with it anymore, so I just ripped it out. This right here is my Dragon Cayenne, which has produced a lot. So I've actually given a gallon bag of this away. And then I have another half-gallon bag in the freezer, and I've made some powder out of it, and it's produced well. There was another plant that was back in here. I cannot remember what it was, but I got rid of it. So this is my boxcar willy that got devastated by something, which now we know is either squirrels or deer. But it has come back with a vengeance. It has put out all kinds of leaf growth. I've even got tomatoes forming. I got one here, and there's more in there somewhere. I got another one over here. So boxcar willy is coming back, so that makes me happy. And I told you about this, so that's what's going on in my garden. I'm really arguing with myself on getting rid of the cucumber patch right now, and really loosen up this dirt and start preparing it, because I'm either going to put some poppies in there and just grow flowers over the winter, or if I'm going to put garlic in this bed. So I'm either going to put garlic in this bed or garlic in another bed, but I'm thinking of growing some flowers. So I just haven't made up my mind. So that is what is going on in my garden. It's been a fairly successful year, and what failures that I've had, like I started off the season with that bacterial infection that killed all my plants, and that was from using really bad compost, compost tea. You know, if you make compost tea, which my compost tea bin is over there, if you use which I do feed my plants compost tea, if you use compost tea, if you make compost tea, use it within a week. Because that was a mistake that I had made. I was using it over the span of three weeks or something like that, and it just caused it to go bad. So my compost tea went bad, and so that was definitely a setback this year. And then, of course, you know, all my plants just weren't fruiting the way that I was liking, and now I know why. And it's not because of anything that I had done wrong. It's just feeding nature, squirrels and deer. So that actually makes me happy. That makes me know that at least what I was doing wasn't necessarily failing. But I like the idea of feeding deer. I'm going to try to figure something out for squirrels next year. So we'll see. So anyway, let me take you into the garage, and I will show you what is in the freezer. Alright, so we've got this big old gallon bag of San Marzano here. Look at that, and this huge bag. This right here is all Amish paste. This bag right here, this gallon bag, this is ananas noir, and I gave a bunch away too. So I gave some plants at the beginning of the season to a friend of the family to grow, and her plant, she didn't realize that the plants don't turn completely red, or she didn't realize the tomatoes don't turn completely red, and so she had picked them off and tossed them, not realizing that they're supposed to look like that. So this has the nickname of the black pineapple, and so it doesn't quite get all red. It gets multicolored, and it's a very tasty tomato, and she didn't realize that, so she tossed them. So I gave her some new ones. This right here is more Amish paste. This down here is just a bag of Dragon Cayennes. So, and I gave more than that away. This right here is a bag of orange hob. I had made some powder out of it. I just got to sift it. As you can see, there's seeds in there. So I'll sift it, and I'll get the seeds out. This bag right here is all Anaheims. This is even more San Marzano. Right here, this is even more San Marzano. And then I have 3 more tomatoes right there that I need to stick in a bag. I just forgot to bring out a bag. So that is what is going on in the freezer. There has been more than this, but I've either used it up or given it away. The cucumbers, oof, man. I gave like 15 pounds worth of cucumbers to my sister-in-law and my brother, and then I've given cucumbers to my parents, or I made pickles and I gave pickles to my parents, and I gave pickles to my son and his mom, and I've given pickles to another friend of the family, and then the raw cucumbers to a friend of the family, and then of course I've had my own pickles, and it's been ridiculous how much cucumbers have come out. It's a whole lot, a whole lot. If I said it, you'd probably think I was exaggerating, but I'm not. It's just a whole lot. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and I'll answer them. And I'll see you guys in probably about a month, and my garden will look different. Because I'm probably going to get rid of those cucumbers. I just haven't decided what I'm going to put there. It's August. I'm out here in North Carolina, and our garlic season starts mid-October. So, that's 2.5 months away, but it'll take me a little bit to take me some energy to rip out those plants and really till that soil up real nice and clean it up. And I take my time in doing stuff, so gardening is actually very hard on me. So anyway, which is why I have a small garden. But so anyway, the next time you tune in, I probably won't have cucumbers, and hopefully I will have decided what I'm going to grow there, whether it's cucumbers or poppies. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll be seeing you around.